Hey guys, welcome to another prediction video for this week's up-and-coming episode of Fear the Walking Dead. This would be Season 2, Episode 9, entitled Los Muertos, or however you pronounce it. Anyways, to get right into things, thank you all so much for watching right off the bat. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. As always, I do episode reviews and episode predictions, just letting you know. If you guys want to see my review and prediction of last week's episode, which was the mid-season premiere, definitely make sure you guys go check it out, okay? I'll leave links in the description. I'll also leave a link in the description for you guys to follow along on AMC.com and to watch the sneak peeks and the promo as well. So definitely make sure you check out the description, okay? And obviously be caught up on last week's episode. That kind of goes without saying, you know what I mean? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into things, guys. The synopsis, as always, for this episode. After the fall of the compound, Madison Strand and others forge a tenuous path forward. Meanwhile, Nick is recruited for a Perlius assignment? Perlius? I have no idea how the fuck to pronounce that word. Call me stupid if you must, but you guys can see the synopsis. I have no idea what the hell that word is. Anyways, this episode's already looking more like the actual San Diego Comic-Con trailer for Season 2B anyways, you know what I mean? So the last episode, you know, the mid-season premiere, didn't really look, you know, too much like what we saw in the trailer, you know, for Season 2B. But this episode is looking a lot more like it. We have Madison, we have Strand, we have their group. We might see Travis. Personally, I think that we will. I think it'll be in a minor capacity. I don't think he's going to be there, you know, through the whole episode, you know, snapping back and forth. I think it's mainly going to focus this episode on Madison, but there's also going to be some Nick in there as well. As you guys can see in the promo, it looks like he's getting involved in, you know, some bad guys there at his compound that he obviously went to, you know, that little community that we seen that was walled in. Shit's already looking like it's breaking down there. Okay, so to get right into the promo here, let's go ahead and review it, you know, somewhat here. So for Nick's aspect of the promo, we get to see him in that community, and we get to see him running into some bad guys with guns. And one of them actually explains to them, you know, these guys, they will kill you basically if you look at them the wrong way. You know, these guys are bad. These guys are not good. They're basically, I guess, the enemies, I guess, of the town, but they still live there. I assume at least they still live there. Maybe they just come there and rob them. I have no idea. We will obviously find more about that in the episode. Nonetheless, though, we actually get to see a part with Nick literally laying on the ground and gets hit upside the head with a gun. And a girl asks him, you know, basically, what did you do? I'm not exactly sure if she was talking to Nick or not. It sort of looked like she was talking to Nick, but then again, we always get led to believe different things, right? So we can't really assume, unless we see him in the exact same shot, that that is particularly about that character, right? You know what I mean? It could be totally different. There's tons of examples. I'm not going to go over any right now, but for one, like the trailer for The Walking Dead Season 5 made us believe that the Terminans and Rick were teaming up to go to Washington. And then near the end of the promo and everything like that, we also get to see a part in the trailer that I thought was really interesting, and I brought it up in my trailer review, and if you guys missed that, link will be down in the description to that as well, just so we can kind of go over it. Basically, there's a guy who looks like he might be hurt or, you know, something. He might be an experiment, we don't know. But he leaves his daughter outside of a bus. He goes into the bus, through the front door, and out through the back, and into a horde of walkers. It's sort of used as a moat, is actually what Dave Erickson explained to us on The Talking Dead. I thought that was very interesting. I'm glad he brought it up, because it was kind of confusing, but it's basically a moat of walkers, you know, surrounding the compound or surrounding the community to basically protect them, you know, from the outside evils, essentially. So they're using the walkers to their advantage. Very, very smart plan. But at the same time, I'm not really sure what's going on here with this character. He also explained in Talking Dead that it's basically used, you know, if you get sick, injured, and you cannot recover, it's used as sort of a, you know, a death, I guess. You go into there, you provide to the zombies, I guess, you know, so you can keep them, you know, surviving and up and around the compound as a moat so they don't, like, you know, wander off. So I guess it kind of makes sense, you know, they want to keep their wall secure with walkers and everything on the outside. So in order to do that, you need to provide to them once in a while. So if someone's hurt or injured or, you know, you can't recover, that's what you go do. You go sacrifice yourself to the wall, I guess. So I guess, you know, it's sort of a smart idea, but at the same time, I don't know. This guy that was walking into the wall didn't really seem very hurt. Maybe he was bit. Maybe he was bit under the shirt or somewhere else on his body that was invisible. But to me, he just looked like a normal guy just saying goodbye to his daughter, which is what led me to believe that they were going to be psychos in the first place. But hey, who knows? Could be totally wrong. These guys could be normal besides the bad guys, obviously, there. So, yeah, I don't know. We're going to have a lot of run-ins with Nick, which I'm really excited for this episode. I thought last episode was great. It was a character-developing episode. But at the same time, it wasn't really, very action-packed, I guess. So we had the run-ins with the Outlaws. That definitely kept us interested. Because if we didn't have that, it would be a pretty boring episode, let's be honest. But just with that, though, if they just brought Nick back for this episode, I think his encounters within that community are definitely going to make the episode a lot more interesting than it would be, with just Madison and Strand and Alicia and, their whole group there. Which is actually just pretty much them. And Ophelia, I guess, too. Yeah, because Daniel I don't think is dead, but he's not going to be appearing back in Season 2. I read up on that last night, and I found that pretty interesting. I found an interview that was done with Dave Erickson, and he said that he would not be appearing back in Season 2, but that is not a confirmation that he's dead. So, I think he'll be back in Season 3. We never actually saw him die, and an important character like that, I think that we would actually get an on-screen death if that were to happen to Daniel. That's just my opinion. That's my outlook on it. Okay, and as far as Madison and Strand, we don't really have too much to go on here, guys. We have a sneak peek with them, and everything that we've seen, in the promo for this episode was pretty much what was going on in the sneak peek. They come up on a city, they get out of the truck, Madison, sort of looks over everything, and Strand explains to her, we can't keep scavenging, we have to go back to the Abigail, there's water there, there's food there, we have to go back there. And at the end of the sneak peek, she actually agrees, but something that we don't actually get to see in the sneak peek, but we actually get to see in the SDCC trailer, but we also get to see in the promo here as well, which excites me like crazy, because we're finally going to get to see the hotel, okay? We knew this was coming for a while. I thought it was really cool. I'm glad they're bringing it into it. Like I said before, it's sort of like a Dead Island vibe. If you guys have ever played that game, I'm a gaming channel. I played it a lot, and it's just insane. It's really, really cool. It's like a resort, game, basically, with zombies, essentially, that have dropped an apocalypse, I guess, on an island. A paradise, if you will. And there's a hotel there, and the hotel actually comes into play a lot. So, like I said, it sort of gave me some Dead Island vibes when I first saw the hotel, and I think it's definitely going to go that exact route. I think I'm going to still keep getting those vibes, and that really excites me. So I'm glad to see that the hotel is finally coming into play here in Fear the Walking Dead. I was hoping for it in the mid-season premiere, but they obviously did a full episode with Nick, which again, it was a character-developing episode, I understood it. Now that we get to finally see the hotel in action, that really excites me. And I hope they don't let me down with that, because I'm pretty excited to see that. So, yeah, Madison, Strand, Alicia, Ophelia, they're on a route to a city trying to find Nick. They're hunting him down. They're scavenging for food. They probably stopped by the hotel before they were going to go over to the Abigail, like Madison agreed, unless she just, I don't know, not really double-crossed him, but, changed her mind, I guess. Who knows? But anyway, they stop by the hotel. It looks like they're held up there. Whether or not that big battle, they'll get trapped inside of the hotel happens this episode, we have no idea. We don't really have any information on that. We just seen that in the trailer, so that could be next episode. That could be the next episode after that. But I'm sure as hell excited to find out. And that is pretty much all we've got to go on, unfortunately, guys. So after the fall of the compound, Madison, Strand, and others forge a tenuous path forward. So they're just sort of trying to find Nick. They're just trying to survive. They're just trying to live. And then meanwhile, Nick is recruited for a Perleus assignment. Again, I think that's the word. I have no idea. So I don't know what's going to be the assignment that they put Nick on. He's obviously in that community, so he could be put in charge over that wall thing with the zombies, and, maybe they're wondering how he walks among them. That could definitely be the case. They might want to figure that out for themselves. We have no idea. But other than that, thank you all so much for watching today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, feel free to hit the video with a like, all that good stuff. Support the channel in whatever way you can, whether that be a like, a comment, a subscription. It does not matter. It does really help me out a lot, though. Anything you can do for me. If you guys like gaming videos, make sure you check out my other content on my channel. I put a lot of work and effort into it, guys, and I definitely would appreciate it if you guys go check it out, if you guys enjoy gaming. If not, I will see you guys this Monday on my episode review for Season 2, Episode 9, Los Muertos, and I will talk to you guys then. Take care, everybody. Bye. Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now this is going to be a little bit different. Sometimes we do play Crucible here on the channel, not very often, but at least once a week. I like to sort of bring Crucible to the channel at least once a week, and this time it's going to be different. We're doing doubles, which is just weird to me. I'm not actually with a friend or anything, so I'm going to be matched up with a random, unfortunately, but hopefully he'll be good enough. Hopefully I'll be good enough for him, I guess. But anyway, we're doing it because it's actually this week's featured playlist, which means I'm trying to get my Sterling Treasure.